Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Attorney Sharp Raleigh, and we are discussing about voluntary departure and the U visa. Today, there was not today, a couple of days ago, there is a memo that came out from the USCIS called Matter of LSM. It's based on the case of Matter of LSM. It's been adopted now as a decision, and we have a copy of this memo attached to this article here. What it basically says is if you took voluntary departure and it was your fault not to leave, even a U visa will not allow you to be protected from penalties on that. So for people who have a voluntary departure and then leave the country at a later stage, they find a U visa now, they're going to give them a hard time to actually do adjustment of status if you look at the decision here, the memo here. So like it says here, in this case, the applicant was a native of Mexico. He was under removal proceedings, and he had entered United States without inspections, also usually previously known as IWI. And the immigration judge granted the voluntary departure in 2007, but he didn't depart, and ultimately he was actually eligible for a U visa, and he filed an adjustment under the U visa, but the court didn't want to grant the adjustment of status, and now it's going to be something that they will do frequently on the U visas for those who have failed to depart. And we don't know how much they're going to extend that. Is it going to be on other issues? And there is a civil penalty on that. And for 10 years, you are not eligible to receive any further relief under the section of 240A. And under VAWA, that will not apply, by the way. VAWA, which the U visa and VAWA were enacted to the same, but that will not apply under VAWA here. They mention it, and but it will apply under the U visa. So for those who have U visas and who also have a voluntary departure, we recommend that you talk to your lawyer ASAP, because the civil penalties will block you for 10 years and also will carry a fine of $1,000 but less than $5,000, as they put it here. The fine has been set up, but now it's an adopted rule that basically what they did, they took the case and they're making it now the general rule, which is something that they have been doing recently a lot. And having said that, now, if you are eligible for U visa, for those who don't know what's a U visa for people who are victims of certain crimes, including domestic violence, including assault with a deadly weapon, blackmail, etc. There are 51 crimes, and you can check on our video on U visa, what is a U visa. But this is really kind of hard, because a lot of people, they just take voluntary departure because they don't really understand what it is, or they just are too stressed at that time and they take it because it's given pretty much quickly, usually, especially if it is pre-trial. In this case, I think it was post-trial. So having said that, now this might be relevant also to our cases we have with UNNJ if down the road they have a U visa. So be careful when you're taking voluntary departure. You should leave. Otherwise, you should always make sure that because it will bar you for 10 years to get ultimately to get any relief. And that's really bad, because the questions are, do you have to leave the country and come back? Will a waiver apply? This we have not looked into that at this point. But bottom line, that the full analysis that the government did, and basically the BIA did in this case, is this is not VAWA, this is a U visa, so the protection doesn't extend. As for VAWA, it's a very different issue, so the protection will still stand even you don't take voluntary departure. So bottom line, again, taking voluntary departure is something very serious. You should not consider it lightly. And if you have a U visa, please call us 510-742-5887. And anything we are telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. As we get more information, we will keep you updated. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates.